Hey everybody, this is Johnny Dam. Welcome to Quite Contrary. Today we're talking about the big news about Star Wars. Apparently they're not going to do a Star Wars story videos, movies anymore. Movies. This isn't going to be of course, the Quite Contrary proper videos, which we're only going to do about once a week. So about half your videos, because we want to do 2 releases per week. About half your releases are going to be videos like this, or focus groups, or argumentators. That's kind of an inside joke. There's only 2 of those argumentator videos out there, so go look at those. I will at least put one of them here, so you can go look at one of those in the info card. Alright, so, Star Wars. This is where we're at. A bunch of news came out today. A lot of people started sharing this story with me, and I was like, that's something I need to react to. The news is that Solo, even though by blockbuster standards did amazingly well, it wasn't as big as a Star Wars release traditionally is. So let's see if I can pull up the numbers here. It did 84.4 million on opening weekend and has grossed 192.8 million domestically and 339.5 million worldwide. That's a lot. That's almost 5 million or 500 million worldwide. Or I'm sorry, worldwide includes the US. So we're looking at 339.5 million worldwide. That's in 4 weeks. So that's not even going to be the end of it. Because then you have everything coming out afterwards. You're going to have the DVD, the Blu-ray release, all the VOD stuff if that comes to pass. So you're talking about a lot of money. If this wasn't Star Wars, this would be a huge success. Because when you compare it to Rogue One, which is the other Star Wars story movie that's out there right now, you're talking about 155 million on opening weekend and then 424 million domestically by week 4. Really, they're not that far apart. Sorry, those galloping noises you hear is my dog. Anyway, so it actually did pretty well. It didn't do what they wanted it to do. I don't know what they were expecting because they didn't put it in a good release window. It came out in May when in this new age of Star Wars films, they all come out in December. It's a good time for a Star Wars movie to come out, and I think this one would have done a lot better had they stuck to that. Now, of course, some people would say that their boycott did a lot of damage, but really, I think it's about the release schedule. I think plenty of people still saw this movie. But anyway, we could debate that all day because we have no idea what truly was the result or of the boycott. I'm gonna put my glasses on so I look smart. So now here's the thing. I know some people are in the camp, especially those people that were the boycotters. They kind of want Star Wars to fail at this point because Star Wars is too political and all these different things. They got these. It's just not what it used to be. In my opinion, I think people need to get over it because Star Wars was never going to be what Star Wars was. There's nobody that is in over at Lucasfilm. Really, that was around when the original came out, the originals. There might be someone still working there, but really, it's mostly a huge regime change. There's going to be a lot of different people, new voices, new stories that want to be told. We're far away from the 70s and 80s, and where we were, I guess, as a entertainment community. It's a different world. So there's going to be different things that people want to say in the movies. So yeah, I think that people just do need to just let it go. If they're no longer happy with the Star Wars franchise, then they can part ways with it by going and just ignoring it. I know that's hard to do because it's Star Wars, and Star Wars wants to be in your face all the time, especially when you got a movie coming out. But here's the thing: so the only thing that's being stopped right now and is actually being halted. Not that they won't do them anymore, but right now they're shelving them so they can focus on Episode 9. And all we're talking about is the Star Wars story, Star Wars movies. So right now that's only Rogue One and Solo, and then they had in development, they were talking about doing a Boba Fett and a Obi-Wan movie. And I think clearly that Solo was supposed to be setting up Obi-Wan's movie. So all that's happening is they're stopping those movies, the ones that seem like they don't quite fit into the Star Wars, line of movies or this franchise. They're kind of offshoots. They kind of are in the same vein as the Ewok movies, the made-for-TV Ewok movies, which almost nobody knows about. The Christmas special is more famous than the Ewok movies. I knew about them because a cousin of mine, when I was really little, rented them from a Blockbuster and brought them home, and I saw some of it. I've not seen them all the way through. So that's where we're at. So they're only stopping the Star Wars story line of movies, and they're just focusing on the other one. But now there's still, if you're hoping that Star Wars is going to die, which I just was talking to Jeremy. And if you don't know who Jeremy is, he's actually in one of our Star Wars videos. I think that we did the one for Force Awakens. If you go look at and I'll put a card up there for Force Awakens, so you can go check that out. Jeremy's in that video. We did that one together. He's of the opinion that he kind of just wants Star Wars to go away, because there's some stuff that they're putting ahead of the story. They're prioritizing different elements, and some would say, maybe some agenda, might be some leftist agenda might be being shoved in our faces via the Star Wars movies now. Well, I don't know. That stuff, even if it bothered me, it's easy to ignore for me. But so he's of the opinion that he'd just be happier if Star Wars just goes away. So this seems like good news to him. But the thing is, they have 2 other trilogies that they're in development right now, and so they're stopping the Star Wars story movies so they can focus on these. So you actually have one by Rian Johnson that they're actually that they're working on, and they're doing one by the guys that were the showrunners for Game of Thrones, David Benoif. I'm sorry, that was horrible, I'm sure, and D.B. Weiss. So those are 2 different Star Wars trilogies that they're in development right now. They've got no signs that they're going to slow down on the trilogies and the bigger movies at large, the numbered sequels and all that kind of stuff. So Star Wars is definitely not going anywhere anytime soon, and there's no boycotts or anything that's going to slow them down, because we all want it. We all want it real bad. Now, I know some people, I have actually talked legitimately to some people that are just not going to watch Star Wars anymore, and that's fine. That's their choice. I don't think they're going to be able to keep it that way. I think it's going to be too, especially when you come up with Episode 9, the end of one of the trilogies, the 3rd movie in one of the trilogies, they're going to come back and they're going to watch it. They may wait for the Blu-ray or DVD release, but I think that there's going to be so much buzz. And you got JJ Abrams coming back. I don't think that people are going to be able, there's not going to be that many people that are going to resist the urge to go see this in the first couple weeks when it's in theaters. I think it's going to be a huge deal, and there's nothing we can do about it. Star Wars is kind of, it's a big part of our, it's a big part of our I don't want to say society, that's the wrong word, but it's a big part of who we are. It's a big part of the zeitgeist of American culture. It's a big thing, especially in the entertainment industry. It's one of the big pillars. I mean, you get Star Wars. I mean, for me, like Lord of the Rings, I don't like saying this, but Harry Potter is a big pillar. It's just one of those things that we just have. We have to have, and so it's not really going to go anywhere. I think this is just where we're at, and there's nothing we can do about it. So that's really all I've got to say about that. It's my reaction to it. I think Star Wars, ultimately, the takeaway is Star Wars too big to fail. And that's whatever they choose to do with it. Oh, there's a train. I hope that doesn't bother you too much. Anyway, most recently we did put out a couple of videos that you guys should definitely go check out. Our Incredibles 2 video is absolutely one of my favorite I've ever done. It was also exhausting to do. It took me almost 2 evenings for hours to edit. It took me forever to do. There's some good costuming that we did in there, some character work that we did. It was a lot of fun. Please go check that out. It'll be here in the end card. And then the one we did before that was The Room. We finally got around to doing The Room, and I'm really proud of that one too. I think we're getting good at this, guys. That's all I'm saying. I mean, really. So thanks for stopping by. Please do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel yet. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell next to the notification bell. Otherwise, there's no guarantee that YouTube's actually going to notify you when we have new videos. And don't forget that we are a fan-funded... fucking train. That's obnoxious. We are a fan-funded channel, and we're a fan-funded channel as well as we're a part of a network that's fan-funded. So Warlocks Entertainment System and Johnny Dim. That's me. Those are three channels. You can actually support them all three at once. Just go to patreon.com/warlocks, and there will be a end card thing for that too. Thanks a lot again for stopping by. Go away.